recording.
Hello, me again, Ryan. I promised y'all videos at 20 likes, and we're at 26 likes. Wow. It was hard for me to decide on something to talk to you about, because I didn't really have nothing planned, because I wasn't expecting this many so quickly. But I decided I was going to go over something that I learned over the weekend. Where I just took a moment to stop, pause, and get right with God. In fact, that was the name of the lesson that we were going over. It was called Pause, or The Pause, Learning to Seek God. But we live in a very overcommitted, overwhelmed society where we are just full of, everything. We're just overrun. And to show you how overcommitted, I have some statistics here that are surprising to me. 78% of teens identify schoolwork as the number one source of stress. I agree. Yeah. 50% of all 16 and 19-year-olds have a job or are looking for a job. Now it's going to get really scary. 50% of teenagers send 50 or more texts a day. 30% send more than 100. To me, personally, that's a little low with what I've just seen, daily. Nearly 73% of us use social networks. Once again, I think that percentage is a little low. On the average day, the average 18-year-old spends 4.5 hours watching TV, 2.5 listening to music, 1.5 on the computer, a little bit over an hour playing video games, half an hour reading, and an hour and a half watching movies, for a total of 10 hours and 45 minutes a day. Are you scared yet? I am. Now, the focus of getting to pause is to get away from this technology, these distractions, these things that crowd us and get us to where we cannot think about God. We have school, relationships, families, friends, work, all this stuff, but we have very little time for God Himself, number one. Now, let's look at the importance of this that Jesus took in His own life. Starting, I'm going to read a couple of verses, possibly talk about them, maybe not. I'm going to leave it up to y'all. Leave a comment on what y'all think about this. Definitely comment. The first one comes from Mark 1, 32 through 38. At evening, when the sun had set, they brought to Him all who were sick and those who were demon-possessed, and the whole city was gathered together at the door. Then He healed many who were sick in various diseases, and cast out many demons. And He did not allow the demons to speak, because they knew Him. Now in the morning, having risen long before daylight, He went out and departed to a solitary place, and there He prayed. And Simon and those who were with him searched for Him. When they found Him, they said to Him, "Everyone is looking for you." But He said to them, "Let us go into the next town, that I may preach there also, because of this purpose I have come forth." Now Jesus took the time to pause. God Himself, in human form, saw the importance to stop and pray to the Father. When someone as perfect as Jesus knows the importance to pause, shouldn't we take it in our own lives to take at least 30 minutes out of our own daily time? Or not even that, maybe 5, okay? Just some amount of time to stop and get quiet and pray. He went to a solitary place and prayed. Next will be Mark 6, if you're reading along with me in your own Bibles, or if you want to look it up yourself. It's Mark 6, 45 through 47. Let me find it myself. Immediately He made His disciples get into the boat and go before Him to the other side, to Bethsaida, while He sent away the multitude. And when He sent them away, He departed to the mountains to pray. Now, when the evening came, the boat was in the middle of the sea, and he was alone on the land. another account where Jesus told them to go away from him. This is after he fed the multitudes with the bread and the fish. He told them to go away so that he could pray. Wow. We also can learn this from other people within the Bible, like Daniel. I believe it's Daniel. Well, Psalm 5. Yes, or David wrote this, actually. Psalm 5, verse 3. My voice you shall hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning I will direct it to you, and I will look up. His time was in the mornings. Then Daniel 6 and Acts 10:9. Those are some verses you can look up on your own. Now, bringing it back home, we're going to finish it off with Matthew 5, 13 through 16. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its flavor, how will it be seasoned? It is then good for nothing but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do they light up a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a lampstand, and it gives light to all who are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. This is taking pause and putting into play. We have paused, we have taken that moment to get right with God, now we have to play it in our lives for those who see it. Because it is not by what we say, but what we do, that people will understand who we truly are as Christians. Go forth, be the salt of the world.